Okay, I hope everyone can see my application. So this is our Codacy UI with our shiny new, well, not new, newish dark mode that our developers love because, you know, who uses light modes anyways, right? So our AI Risk Hub is our first step into helping our users de-risk their AI usage. Basically, at this point, we have a mix and match of things that we have already in place to help you uh, feel safer. And we also have a couple of things identified as preview, which we hope you'll interact with and give us feedback on if you find those things interesting, as we are still investigating a little bit what will be most useful for our users, what they find the most risky in when adopting AI, that kind of stuff. So this is a very small organization that we created for this particular demo. It has only a single repository, and on our new AI Risk Hub, we allow you to set up what we call an AI policy, which is basically a coding standard that is created by us and helps you specify rules that are especially useful when you are using AI to code with. Um, so if you click the enable AI policy, we'll basically create this coding standard for you, and then it will be by default applied to any new repo that you add to Codacy. And you can check it, although you cannot disable what we have enabled. You'll be able to see the rules and so on. The kind of rules that we have enabled here, um, we are
Sorry,
still in the, sorry, go
sorry.
ahead.
Mind zooming in a bit, please?
Oh, I'm sorry. Let me see if this helps. So the kind of rules that we have here uh, are not just AI specific, but they are problems that we are afraid will be exacerbated with the usage of AI. So for example, we highly recommend the usage of Trivy, which we use to detect insecure dependencies. We use to detect secrets. And as of yesterday, I believe, we used to detect malicious packages. So that's also a new feature. I hope you guys enjoy that one. We tag those patterns with the corresponding tags so that any issues that have those tags, you'll be able to quickly identify them. And if I go back here to our risk hub, we basically give you an AI risk checklist that corresponds to a score to evaluate how risky or how at risk your organization is while adopting AI for coding. Uh, at this point, our risk is based on the number of checks that you have that are passing. We are still evaluating what weights to give to each specific check because, of course, the number of issues is probably more important than coverage, for example. Don't disregard coverage, please. Coverage is very important, especially if you are coding with AI, because you need to be sure that the code AI is generating does what it says it does. Anyways, the checks are if the AI policy is both created and if so applied to your repos, if coverage is enabled, if you have created quality gates for your pull requests, if the pull requests are actually being analyzed. This is kind of a sneak peek into another feature that we'll be talking about in the near future. But basically, your pull requests will tell them exactly how many pull requests we have, how many we pick up, and how many are passing or failing the gates. Our daily vulnerability scans and application scan would refer to our SCA and DEST functionalities, and the AI bomb, which is grayed out because it's still a work in progress. Um, so let me try to find an org which has some more interesting examples here. So for example, this troubleshoot Codacy organization, which we use to basically test our features. You have here filters that will depend on the type of issues. Currently, we looked into unapproved models, AI safety, secrets, or vulnerabilities. Unapproved models are all of the patterns that we have in place to identify usage of AI models that you use in your code. Uh, At this point in time, we already have several rules in place that detect if you are using AI libs and so on, and flagging them as medium. As of today, we are actually releasing a new rule that is created by us. So it's still not part of the default rules, but this is a rule that we are creating and testing as we speak, where you are actually able to specify your allow list, and it will flag basically unrecognized models or unallowed models, so to say, as an high risk security issue, because you might have a contract with a specific provider, you might not want to use specific models. So we are basically going the route of allowing you to specify which models you actually want to permit. Safety usage, this is twofold. So on one way, we have started to create rules for problems that target AI specifically. For example, recently we know that some MCP servers were affected by well, some of them were actually affected. Some have attacks being introduced to them or attempted to being introduced to them by using invisible Unicode characters. We actually had a rule for that out since, I believe, since March of this year, so for a while already. We are making it easier to notice that we have these rules available and for you to turn them on. Uh, on the other hand, regular OWASP top 10 issues are still prevalent, are still a problem with AI code being generated where you may not pay as much attention. Those are extra important. So we are in the process of actually tagging our patterns that help identify those issues. And those will also apply to the AI safety um, filter that you have here. Secrets is pretty straightforward, introducing hard-coded passwords, stuff like that, which is a no-no, and AI loves to do it from time to time. And vulnerabilities, everything that is related to vulnerabilities, such as insecure dependencies, malicious dependencies. I already kind of went through it. If you click on the specific ones, you will see a list of repositories that have those issues. At this point in time, we are taking you to the repo that is affected, but we are currently doing a change to actually take you directly into the issues page, filtered, for example, by secrets. If you have selected the filters, the secrets filter, so that we make it even easier for you to identify these types of issues. Uh, I know that I'm taking a bit. Just one last thing to showcase on the AI risk checklist. So besides what we already have, we know that there are some concerns related to AI, not just related to code quality and security. In fact, Aaron Ish that worked on the OWASP top 10 LLM is aware of a bunch of them. So we have this button here to download an AI risk checklist for everyone who's concerned with adopting AI in their organization. This is mostly based on the OWASP governance checklist, and we also have some sprinkles on top from Codacy's own AI risk report that was an initiative done by our very own CEO, Jaime. Um, on the ensuring code safety part, we of course tell you that Codacy can help you with ensuring a bunch of these checks, but on a wider process slash organization level, you have a bunch of recommendations slash requirements here that we hope you'll take a look into. Uh, I don't think there are any questions yet. Um, I will go to the pull request review part next. Just quick note that for the pull request part that I am showing now, it is temporarily available only on GitHub. We will be extending this to the other providers that we support in the near future. And basically what we did was we've been testing out a few pull request reviewers, right? Everyone does, or at least should. And we feel that often they are very noisy and the quality isn't really up to par when it comes to the comments that it makes. So we thought to ourselves, okay, we have a bunch of data about the quality of our users' code. We know if they have coverage. We know if they have issues. We have a bunch of deterministic checks right in place. So why not use those and try to make the reviews a bit more targeted? Use that context to actually increase the quality of those reviews. And basically, that's what we did with this. We have enabled this. We have created this pull request reviewer. We are going to be releasing it today. You should be able to see it soon. And basically, um, well, it's a pull request reviewer, right? It will take in the information that Codacy feeds it. It will use that to do a couple of comments. It has an overview here. And I think the best way to show this is to show you a glimpse at a couple of examples. I'm sure that in the future we'll be able to show some more real usage, but for the sake of time, I went into some pull requests that we created. So this pull request here that I will not show because it actually is a feature that we worked on, adding the malicious package scanner. A quick shout out to Kendrick. He says he doesn't touch production code, but he did kickstart this. And then we had our engineering team
They did it properly.
fix the pull request. Anyways.
Can you zoom in again a little bit on it? It's fine. I know where you go around my code.
Yeah, as I was saying, for example, this one had an interesting comment here about, hey, you are adding into memory the new database, which has the malicious packages. This can increase container start time and memory. Be sure that this can be a problem. And in fact, we did tweak our infrastructure to support this, but if we didn't, it would land us in hot water. So it was a good comment to have here. Also, sorry, let me just go back here a little bit. Also, we also used our own code as testing for the pull request reviewer. So our engineers used it. They took a look at the comments to see if they were useful or not. And basically, we dog feed on this, and it was very helpful to us. So just a quick shout out to our engineering team because I'm sure they'll appreciate it and they do deserve it. I had this year open just to talk a little bit about our malicious package feature that uses the OpenSSF database. And we basically inject this into Trivi and use it to check if there are any issues. Just a quick shout out to OpenSSF as well. This is another example. This is Dumber code. It was written by me, so that is expected. We have, for example, insights on the coverage saying that it is below, thank you, Jaime, that is below the quality gates. For example, I was lazy and duplicated an existing class, which the reviewer does say, hey, why are you duplicating this? Why don't you use the existing one and so on? You have this amazing method here to calculate a grade, which I'm sure any engineer in the room will be crying if they look at this. But yeah, basically just to say that we actually can get some interesting insights, such as, hey, this is completely uncovered by tests, as indicated by the coverage report that Codacy has access to. Given its complex branching, do extract into methods, properly test, and so on. Basically, it has insights on how to actually fix this and not just noise, which is what we were trying to do. While I was playing around with this is just the code. Our lovely Claudia, which is one of the designers at Codacy, also created a test application to validate that the reviewer was working. So she basically did a to-do app. She vibe coded it. I will not be showing you the code, but basically it is a simple app that adds to-dos, has the option to delete, and does nothing else for the most part. And then she did what some junior developers are eager to do. So she created a list of what it does. She included what it should do but doesn't on the list. She lies saying she had a test and documentation, need an approve in an hour, please help. So we put this through our Codacy reviewer, and we actually got some very interesting insights. So for example, architectural problems that it identifies. It identifies incorrect file references. So she used Pompous to do .css instead of to do.css. And we also look at the description. And for example, in here, it complains that we state that we have tests in the description, but we really don't. We say in the description that we have checks and edit, and we also do not have those features implemented. So our pull request reviewer is an attempt of having an extra team member looking at your code and providing the kind of insights that a human would, basically. As I said, this will be available today. If you want to available it, you can go into your integration settings, both at organization and repository level. It will be under the status checks, and we hope that you will basically play around with it. Let us know what you feel. We are still playing a little bit with the designs. I wish post the comments and so on. So you'll see some differences in the coming days. Our flow will be that you will have first a comment, basically just with a summary of what is affecting your code, how many issues, security issues, complexity, and duplications, some of the deterministic metrics that we have and we feed into our enrichment process, with a quick link to review the pull request in Codacy, as well as instructions on how to actually trigger the review. For now, we want to trigger it manually because we feel that these reviews sometimes are too noisy. So at this point in time, we ask you to basically add a label in here called Codacy Review. We do have the instructions there to tell you how to do it. In the future, depending on feedback, we might make this automatic if people enjoy that route more.